The thing about Marvel Spider-Man is it might be the best game ever made. I'm not talking superhero games. I'm not talking, action adventure open world. I'm talking the greatest game ever made. Just look at the fluidity, the speed, look at the skyline, look at the buildings. There is nothing that gives as much excitement just playing it step by step as this game as I've ever played before. Here's me just doing a drone challenge. I've played about 15 hours of the game so far, and I'd say I've got pretty good at the mechanics, flying through holes and shit like that, sweeping round sides. This is one of the elite tier challenges the game has to offer, and as you can see, here's me absolutely smoking it. 30 seconds to spare. This drone don't mean shit to me. Taskmaster's about to get it. And so, here we fucking go. Conclusion. Gold star ready for me. What? 39,584. That's fine. That's fine. We can shave off a few more seconds. That's no problem at all. We'll go again. Like I was saying, this game has the best movement in it of any game I've ever played. I mean, it takes the best of what made Arkham City and Arkham Knight so good, is that kind of ability to be able to get anywhere at any time, where the potential was only capped by your own skill level. It's got that freedom, it's got that high ceiling of potential speed. This has the exact same thing. Like the way I swung up that corner, took it over. I'm gonna fling over this wall here. Yeah, it's you don't have to do things the prescribed way. I mean, obviously on this route now, it wants me to get it through this hole, but you don't have to, and you don't have to swing around these walls. That's just like an additional skill. But everything about this game, mechanically, it. Just try that one more time. Yeah, it there's a freedom to it. Like there's a freedom to the swinging and to the maximum speed you can accumulate. There's a freedom to the combat as well. It's obviously this doesn't show it right here, but the fighting as well is one of those things where you first start it and you don't really know how to play it, because you kind of go in expecting it to play like Arkham. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of this game owes a lot to Arkham, but it's different, and there's so much just one more time, give that another go. Yeah, so it owes a lot to Arkham, but the potentials here are so much higher. The things you can do, with the enemies, swinging people from rooftops, webbing them to walls, using them as bullet shields. There's just a level of sandbox kind of creativity that wasn't apparent in the Arkham games, for fuck's sake. But then if we're talking potential, you know what? There's too much potential for things to go wrong. I've mastered this game. The web swinging to me at this point is second nature. And there's just so many little systems going on, so many variables that mean that what should be a bog standard easy run like this for me just falls apart, and it's nothing to do with me. It's the systems at play. I mean, look at this. I've nailed this down. There's not an aspect of this that I haven't mastered. But then bullshit like what just happened. It's it's just not that good. It's not. If this was Arkham City, that these challenges would be done by now. Would have done them hours ago. but there's just too much bullshit at play for this game to work. You know, it can't function with the ambition that it sets itself. There is too much going on, too much that they try for. It's not the game that it thinks it is. You know, there's so much that could be done to make this game better. You know, the web swinging, it's not Spider-Man 2. You know, that's what everyone wants to compare it to. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not. You know, Spider-Man 2, it had a level of simplicity that meant, you know, there was less room for error. You know, but still, it had the potential. You know, the way you soared through New York City, it had an epic feeling. You know, and this game just doesn't have that. You know, it's just you always feel like something's gonna go wrong, or there's some nonsense at play. When actually, you know, there we go, boys. Best game ever. What did I say? Spider-Man PS4. Check this game out.